some kind of analysis by using the Power BI. Now, in the last class, I have chosen the tips data set. Today, I'm not going to choose the tips data set. I'm choosing a different data set, and which is the more real-time data set, and which is called as superstore data set. Means in a store, when you have the transactions. So here we are going to work on the data set called as superstore data set. And in this data set, where I'm having with the multiple transactions like this. So we are having the date of transaction and everything. Okay, we are having the date of transaction on particular which date they have done the transaction, and along with the okay, so row ID and what is the order ID number and what is the order date and what is the shipment date, on which type of shipment they have done, what is the shipment mode, what is the customer ID, and along with the customer name, segment, country, city, state, postal code, region, product ID, category, subcategory, name, sales, quantity, discount, and overall profit. So we are having a huge data set which is having the multiple columns. Okay, so here almost we are having close to 21 columns are there. This data set consists of total 21 columns, and we are having in terms of wide variety of data. All types of data are there. Count variables are there. Discrete categoricals are there. Time series variables are there. Okay, and order ID numbers are there. Something. Okay, so it is a superstore data, like Amazon says, Amazon transaction data set, whatever we are having. So there might be a person, one person, okay, that particular person might be purchasing on a same day different things, different items they may purchase. When they purchase a different items, it may generate the same ID or it may generate the different order ID. Can you see here? We are having from here to here, all of them are same IDs. Order ID is same and order date is same. Shipment date is same. If you observe there, what are the order ID, order date, shipment product, and even customer ID also same. Means same customer. Whoever the customer is there, customer is same, and but he has purchased different items. Some items he has purchased from the furniture. It is not even the duplicate record. He has purchased the different items from different things, and he has done like this. So we cannot consider this one as a some with respect to called as duplicate records. Now coming to this, first let's start with the let's load the data. As I have told you earlier, how to load the data means we are going to load the data. If the data is in Excel sheet, how to load the data in the Excel sheet? Just we are going to choose the Excel sheet wherever it is located, and we are going to select that one. So in the today's class, we are going to work on the project called as sample store data set. This is the initial data set. And again, we are going to work on the other data set. Now, if you observe here, it is having the different tables. Now, what are the different tables we are having? So in this, again, if I open, okay, we are having the orders written. Some of the products might be written. So now in some cases you have to join them. Which product was written, that product profit should not be considered. For example, you have got this particular superstore has got in terms of some dollars, $15 was the profit, and I calculated the total profit. Total profit is $100 or $500 or something. But in that dollars, this one was written means the money was went back. When the money was went back, now whether the superstore can calculate that one as the profit means no, it should not be included. It has to be deleted, right? So we have to have the right written whether the product was written or not, and we also see the some persons along with the region. Like this, we are having some data. Now when we are having the multiple tables in the data, there should be some relation between them. Otherwise, tables will not be multiple. When tables are multiple means there should be some relation. So here you are going to collect the data either from the Excel like this. Now, second option is, as I've told you earlier, MySQL. How to connect the MySQL with the Power BI? So to connect the MySQL with the Power BI, here you have to click on the Get Data. So once you click on the Get Data, here you are having the options. What are the data, wherever the data can be stored, what are the different options are there? These many options are there to store the data. Sir, are we going to discuss all these options? Means no. In the market, multiple mobiles will be there. Are we going to use each and every mobile phone? Means same way. So we are going to use whichever the company is going to use. For example, here I'm going to use the databases. What is the databases I'm going to use? Means MySQL. Now I required here, see it is saying that this connector requires one or more additional components to be installed before it can be used. So it requires the MySQL connector. So what are the MySQL connector is there? Just I'm going to click on the OK and just MySQL database. Okay, and click on the connect, and it is asking in terms of it has to be connected. What is the connector required? Just I'm going to click on the where the connector is available. Okay, so it is asking here this connector. Just I'm going to download, and once I click on the download, and just I'm installing the connector. I'm installing. Yeah, others, could you please confirm is my screen is visible? Online students? Yes, right? Okay, done. Now, one of the student who told that screen is not visible. Yogendra, could you re-log in once? Others can see my screen. Done. Okay, so it is installed. The connector, what are the connector is that the connector was installed, and just I'm opening the Power BI desktop. Now to connect with the database, how we are going to connect with the database means just we are going to click on the data sources here itself. Either you can click on the blank report and you can enter into the user interface. There you can select the data source, or directly you can click on this. Both will be the same. If you go like that also, finally it has to open the same thing only. Okay, choice is yours. Now here I'm going to choose the MySQL database. Now once I click on the MySQL database, now it is going to connect and it is going to ask the server, what server address? My server address is localhost because it is available in my laptop. When you are working in the company, server address will be entered and it is localhost. In my case, it is localhost. And what is the database name you want to connect? I want to connect to the database called as Rama. First, let me cross check whether Rama database is available or not. So where I have loaded the IMDb dataset, what are the IMDb dataset is there that I have loaded in one database called as, what is the database name? Rama. So just let me cross check. Use Rama. So in the Rama, I'm having the multiple tables, actors, directors, movies, all these things earlier already, which we have executed. So I'm just connecting to the Rama and click on the OK. So when I click on the OK, automatically it has to show me the all the tables. What are the tables are there in that particular database? It has to show me all the data, whatever you are having. Okay. Use the current credentials. What are the credentials for the database? The username was not specified. What is the username? A root. And what is the password? 1234. And I'm going to click on the connect. Can you see all the tables along with the database name? So whichever the table you are interested, for example, you are interested in the movies table, you are going to load only the movies table. If you are interested with other tables and you want to join, even in the Power BI also we can do that. So whatever we are having, we are going to choose all the tables. For example, I'm choosing all the tables. 7 tables are there, right? All the 7 tables. And I'm going to click on the load. All the 7 tables will be loaded. 7 tables, internal data, everything. But it will take time because it is a large data. Somewhat large data, it will take time. So all the tables are getting added one by one. Okay, everything was loaded. Now once everything was loaded like this, now you can see all the tables, and within the tables again column names, internally column names, and you can choose which are the column and you can choose the visualization. Okay, here if you open that table view, I mean model view, can you see in the model view, okay, what are the tables are there and which table is connected to which table? Can you see this one? The ER diagram, which table was connected to which table? Okay, now, so sir, total 7 tables now, but 5 only visible. What about the remaining 2 miss? Just you have to move them. Remaining tables also will be there. Just you have to move them. What are the each and every table? Just you can see here, all the tables are available, and along with this one also. Just bring them like this. So you can see the ER diagram, which table is connected to which table. That you can see in where? In the model view. Is the point is clear? When you load the multiple tables directly from the database, directly connected to the database, right? So when you connected to the database within the model view, you can see the ER diagram, which is connected to each other, which tables are connected to which table, right? Now, of course, as I have told you, whenever they give the already existing database, when they give you 100%, they have to tell you the database schema, or you have to write the database schema. Two options are there. Either they have to give or you have to write. After having the database schema only, furtherly we have to proceed with anything. Now, so like this, we are going to connect with the MySQL. Now it is clear how to connect with the MySQL. First, we have installed the connector, and after installing the particular connector, directly we have given the local host along with the username and password with the database name. Right? Now, next coming to Today's we are not going to work on this data. We are working on the one more data set called as superstore data. So for to load the superstore data set, we are using the Excel and double click on this, and you are going to get the superstore data like this. You can connect the superstore. Okay. Now once you are having the superstore data with you, here I'm going to take the superstore data with the orders. Majorly I'm focusing on the orders, and I'm going to click on the load. Now, so what are the data I'm choosing? What are the data I'm having? That is superstore data. Now once I have loaded the superstore data set like this, total number of rows are 9,985. Okay. Now this is the data, guys. Now you're having the categories, cities, countries, all these things like this. Okay. Different values are available. Now, first, okay, first business problem. What is the business problem? Step one, business problem. For the superstore data set, what is the business problem is, I want the detailed analysis report. What are the all the observations you have made? I want all the detailed analysis report. So in terms of sales and in terms of profit wise, generally, superstore data. Superstore means what? Having the multiple categories. They'll have the wide variety of products for selling. If you are they are focused on a particular product, means it is one type of store. Okay, like for example, mobile shops will be there. They'll focus only on the mobiles. Some if you take in terms of TV showrooms are there. They'll focus only on the TV. But whereas if you come to the Bajaj Electronics or some Reliance Digital, they'll have the TVs, mobiles, and all the things. But they're fixed to electronics only. And they'll have the multiple electronic products, different electronic related products. Now there will be some additional companies, I mean something. So if you are having the more variety of data, I mean more variety of categories of products you are having, it is called as superstore basically. Okay. Now that is the first one. Second, now whenever there is a store data, it is obviously related to sales. As I've told you, one of the most important project for data analytics is sales. Now for a superstore data, for this one, what they are going to majorly focus means sales and profit, revenue and the profit. Any company will focus on that. Okay, who are doing the selling, who are having something, so they'll focus on the sales. On which type of sales they are going to focus? They are going to check category wise, subcategory wise, region wise, state wise, country wise, whatever they are having. So each one, for example, categories, which category is giving the more sales, which category is giving the more profit. City, which city is giving the more sales, more profit. Which country, if they are operating in the multiple countries, which country is giving the more sales. Which customer ID person to person will be the same. Which customer has given the more sales, we are not going to focus, right? Or in your mind you think customer ID or customer name. Are we going to check how many times a same customer was repeated? Right? Individually you are not going to check now. Now customer name, no. Discount, you are going to check the discount for which category the more discount is applicable, for which category less discounts are available. Categories, subcategories, all these things. So here the more number of discrete variables are there, the more work we have to do. Less number of discrete variables are there, less analysis only we can do. The more the number of columns or more amount of discrete variables, so category wise within that value wise we are going to see. Now starting, I'll start with this yesterday's one. Okay. What is the first one is I want to see the total sales. What to do for total sales? So first we are going to set the card. In the card, I'm going to drag the sales and I'm going to get the total sales. What is the total sale amount? Okay. The total sales, sum of the sales I'm going to have in the card. What are the values there? Just it is trying to load. Sir, why this much of time it is taking to load single values, sir? Miss, very simple, because you have loaded the multiple tables and in that tables you are having almost close to 13 lakhs, 20 lakhs, 9 lakhs, like this large amount of data is there. So large amount of data is there means automatically the processing time will be comparatively high. So now what to do means, because I'm not going to work on this data na, then why to unnecessarily load all these things? So just I'm restarting the kernel. I mean to restart again I'm opening the Power BI. Sir, every time you have to open the Power BI like this means unrelevant data when you load, it is not required for us. Now relevant data I'm loading and then I'm going to save that one. Today what are the notes I'm going to discuss with you now, I'll save and I'll share it to you. And the same thing I will use in the tomorrow's class. Okay. Now, are you going to convert this one to PDF, miss? No, it will not be converted. Directly, I will share you the Power BI directly file only. Sir, anyways, you are going to share now. It will be easy for us now, miss. No, if I share also, it will not be easy for you. Why, miss? Because here you will see the final answer. For that, what options I have selected, you have to make a note clearly, one by one. What I'll share you, dashboard I'll share you. Not individual option, na. How to click on this, next this, next this, that will not be shared now. Overall data output will be shared to you, right? So here just I'm trying to load the Excel file. What are the superstore data? Now you see the difference clearly. It will work comparatively very fast when compared to earlier. Earlier also I have loaded the same data and everything I have done the same. But when compared to earlier, now it is going to be somewhat faster. Now today we are going to try to cover the maximum number of charts. So 3, 2, 6, 12, 18, 24 and 30. Almost close to 30 different charts are available. Overall in the data Power BI, we are having the 30 different types of charts. Again, internally, multiple options within that. So we are going to cover the maximum number of things. Okay. Now coming to the data, first starting with the card. So in the card, what I'm going to give? Sales. What are the sales is there? Sales. Now I'm going to get the sales as the value 2.3. So this is the total amount of sales. And already I told you how to do the format. How to do the format means just you have to click on this and click on the format your visual. And I'm just adding the in terms of visual border. Okay, and I'm going to keep asterisk like this. I'm not changing internal values. You know how to change the internal values, right? Sum of the sales. You want to change this sum of the sales to total revenue. What you have to do? This board, I don't want to see as a sum of the sales. I want to see as total revenue. What to do to get the total revenue? So here just you have to click on this. How to rename this one? What are the this one is there? So here I'm going to click on the rename. Rename, and I'm going to give the what is the name? Total revenue. Okay. Sir, now if you want to increase the font style or different color or something miss, then you have to set the label. In the label, you are going to give the different color. Total revenue. Total revenue is 2.3 million. I'll keep asterisk like this. Simple. Total revenue is 2.3 million. Now, second, already we have discussed the card in the last class. Now, that's my next question is, first I want to see the sales, okay? I want to see the profit also. Profit. In the same manner, profit. Now, if I take a new card again, if I take the new card, again I have to do the visual formatting. Instead of doing the formatting for one more time, already formatted one is there now. So copy and paste and keep that one side. Just I have to replace this one with the profit. So earlier it is says, now this is profit, and I'm going to rename this one as sum of the, instead of sum of the profit, I'm going to give the total profit. This is the total revenue and this is the total profit. And here dot is there, but number is not visible. So I'm keeping slightly size. I'm increasing the size like this. So this is the total revenue and this is the total size. For this shadow I have added? No. Already existing one, just I have taken. Point is clear now? Otherwise what happens means fresh card, if I tell it, again I have to do the formatting. Existing formatting I'm using directly. Is the point is clear, guys? Now, so you are having the total revenue and total profit. Now I want to see the state-wise revenue or category-wise revenue or something. Now here I am having the word called as state. State-wise, I want to see the total revenue along with the total profit. Okay. Now tell me, you required first, what are the states or what are the, for example, categories. Let's take categories only. I require the category-wise. Now let's take category. What are the categories there? Okay, I'm going to take one column chart, and in the x-axis I'm going to give the categories, and there what are the profit or what are the sales is there. Okay, these are the categories. What are the categories I'm having? 3 categories. Now what is the sum of the sales of category? What are the 3 categories you are having? Now tell me, guys, fastly you tell me how to do the visualization. I mean, to increase this one, what I have to do? To increase the size of technology, furniture, offices, what I have to modify? Within the x-axis, label. Within the x-axis, what are the title is, x-axis values are there? Just I'm going to change the x-axis values. So technology, future, furniture, and office supplies. Next, y-axis. I don't require y-axis. In the x-axis only, I require the title. What are the title is then a category. That category size I am just trying to increase. Okay. Next, done. X-axis is completed. Now coming to the y-axis. Do I require the grid line? Grid lines are required? No. What about the values? You require the values? No. These X ticks are not, Y ticks are not required. Now here I require the values. For each bar, I want the values. For adding the each bar values, what we have to do? Which one I have to select for each bar values? Data labels on. Data labels on. Otherwise, guys, don't forget, understand clearly. Data labels on. Now in the data labels here, I'm going to get 0.84 million, 0.74 million, 0.72 million. I don't want in terms of million. I want, what are the million is there? These numbers, I want to increase the size. What I have to do? Which I want to do the formatting? Data labels, right? Within the data labels, I'm going to increase the font. For which one? Values. So for the values, I'm just increasing the font. And I'm going to keep in the bold. Okay. And this is the total revenue. Now I want to change the title. For changing the title, what I have to select? What I have to select for the change of the title, overall plot title, this one. Some of the sales by category is there na, in that. So general, yes, perfect. In the general, which one? Title, yes. Here title, I want to give the title. What is the title means? Category wise revenue. Category wise total revenue. Okay. And what are the category wise total revenue is in the extreme corner. I want to bring to the side. What I have to do? So just you have to keep the alignment into the center. I want to increase the size. What I have to do to increase the size? Just I'm going to increase the size like this. what are the title size is there, just I'm going to increase. Now this is the my visualization, and in the y-axis I don't require even the title of y-axis, simple. Okay, this is my plot. So what are the category wise revenue within the each category? What are the categories are there? Technology, furniture and office supplies. For these three I'm having the revenues. Fine. I want to see any one of them. Here you are having the bar plot. Now tell me guys, what is the difference between this one versus here? Total revenue is 2.3. Here revenue is individually. Now here what I'm going to do means I'm adding a slicer. I'm adding a slicer here. In the slicer, what are the slicer is there? In the slicer, I'm bringing the category. So here I'm selecting the furniture. Once I select the furniture, what happened means total revenue was changed. What are the total revenue is there? Now see here, suddenly it is giving in terms of thousands. I want in the millions. What I have to do? Okay, what I have to do means just you have to click on the format your visual, call out value and display the units in terms of millions. Now, so here, what is the furniture? Only for the furniture, what is the revenue and what is the profit miss? This is the one. Now, let's cross check here. What is the revenue? For the furniture, what is the revenue? 0.74. Similarly, let us see the profit also. Copy, Control C, Control V. Okay. Now, here instead of sum of the sales, what I have to consider? Which column I have to consider? Profit column. Now, for furniture, what is the profit? 18,000. And what is the number you have got here? 18 point. Same now. Anything is different? Now, so this is a furniture, category wise profit and category wise revenue. Okay. Now, here you are having this, which is nothing but this one. Now, when I select the office supplies, automatically it was changed. What is the revenue? 0.72 million for the office supplies. And what is the profit? 122.49. Same answer, 0.72 and 122.49K. Point is clear? Now, question is, here I'm showing both of them fine. My question is what? Means you want to see three of them at a time or you want to see one of them at a time? I want to see all three at a time, miss. Then what you have to choose? Bar plot. I want to see any one of them at a time. Not three at a time not required, miss. Then what you have to choose? Slicer. Point is clear? When to choose the slicer? When you are choosing the slicer, only that category one will be selected automatically. Sir, now here plots are there now. I'm copying this plot. In this plot, as of now, how many bars are there? 3 bars are there. Copy and I'm pasting here. When I paste here, what are the bar? I'm getting only with respect to only one column. What about the remaining two? Means here you have selected technology now. So it was changed to technology. This was changed to technology. This is also changed to technology. Now, if I select office and supplies, it is a combination of office supplies along with the technology. It's also a combination of office supplies with technology. This is also a combination of office supplies with technology. Now, if I keep three of them, this one also I'm selecting. Now, it is a combination of three of them. Point is clear? In the slicer, if you select whichever you are selecting in the slicer, it will be impacted on all the charts. Every chart will be impacted. Is the point is clear? Everyone understood? Now, so without slicer, when you are not using the slicer, automatically you are going to have like this. Okay. So what is the advantage with slicer means? With slicer you are going to focus which one. For example, sir, in which case we are going to use the slicer? This is the question. Okay. Let's take an example like that. What is the question? Means like, for example, category this one, no. Now let's show you with one more example. Now I want to say in terms of countries are there. Different countries will be there. Now I want to show the revenue with the different country and I want to show all the plots of that country. For example, in India we are having the categories. In US also we'll have the categories. Let's take like this. Let's take example. I'm having here category and this one. Now let us add one more plot. Let's add some plots. At the end I'll show you the slicer. Advantage of slicer. Some plots I'm adding. What is the plots means? I'm going to show you the revenue and along with the category wise. Okay, category wise revenue. Let's copy this one, already available now. So I'm just copying. What are the revenue wise I'm having? Profit revenue wise. Just I'm adding the this visual borders also. Let's add some borders. Okay, done. Next, category wise revenue was completed. Next, city wise revenue, country wise revenue, and next in terms of region wise revenue. I want everything. Okay, segment wise revenue like this. So just I'm copying. So in this revenue, I'm going to select instead of category, I'm going to select the segment. Now, what is the name of this one? Title. I'm changing the title. What is the title for this? It is segment wise revenue. Segment wise. Segment wise total revenue. Okay. Next, after segment wise, now I'm adding in terms of called as subcategory wise. Categories, subcategories, segment like this. Similar way, copy, I'm copying and I'm pasting. Okay. Now, if you want to change the colors also, you can change. Already you know, everything is looking only blue color means you want to change means also you can add. Now see here, I'm going to take in terms of shipment mode. What are the shipment mode? And along with the revenue. Instead of segment, shipment mode. Instead of shipment mode, I'm going to keep same thing in terms of every time using the bar plot. Let me change this one to pie plot. The shipment mode, what are I'm having? Pie plot. Okay. Now, this is the revenues. Remove the profit. In this entire whatever I'm discussing now, so in this I'm just focusing only on the revenue wise. Everything category wise revenue, category versus revenue, segment versus revenue, and everything with respect to revenue wise. Okay. So this dashboard I'm making only with the revenue. Next. So category completed. Now I will go with the city wise. So again city. So for selecting the city wise revenue, I'm going to copy this one and I'm going to paste here. So in this, what I'm going to give means instead of category, I'm going to give the city. So I'm having the multiple cities. So I'm going to keep this one like this. Multiple cities are available, something. Okay. Now finally, I'm having some kind of dashboard, something like this. Let's take an example up to here. Now here, what I'm going to do means I'm adding the slicer. What are the slicer is there? I'm just adding one slicer. When I add the slicer here, and I'm going to give the region. In the slicer, I'm going to give the region. What are the different regions are there? Miss, I'm having the region, central region, all these things. Now, which region I want to observe, This is overall wise, which category is making more profit, more revenue, guys? Technology. Which segment is making more revenue? Consumer. Which shipment mode is having more things, miss, with respect to standard class? And which one is having which state, which city is having with respect to this one, miss? New York. Okay, so this is city wise, or city, or let us go with the state. If cities are more, means let's go with the state. Okay, California state we are having in terms of California provinces we is having with respect to 0.46. Now here I am citing the region. I am citing only the central region. See, everything was changed to central region. This all the indicating only for the central region. Central region was made the total revenue of how much? 0.5 million. In that 0.5 million, technology, office and furniture, all of them are having the same importance or different importance? Same. Which one is segment is making more amount in terms of consumer? And which class, miss? It is standard class shipment. And which state, miss? Texas. Within the central region. In the central region, which area is having more priority, miss? Texas. Coming to the eastern region. Okay, coming to the southern region. Now coming to the western region. See, accordingly, all the plots are changing. Based on my slicer, every plot is changing. Now I want to explain region wise. My manager wants to know, SRK, I want to have some region wise detail. I want the analysis from region wise. Why? Because he wants region wise, miss. My manager is a region manager. If he is a regional manager, he'll always focus on the region. Right? If my manager is city manager, in that city only he will observe. Point is clear? And he will compare with the other cities, how our city is performing good. So here region, once I set one of the region, every plot, each and every plot which is connected, everything are changing. So in my dashboard, when I do the presentation, sir, when I do the presentation, I'll keep the dashboard like this. What are the dashboard I'm having? I'm going to present like this. And in that, first I'll click on the central region in the presentation only. During the presentation, first I'll click on the central. After clicking on the central, first I'll explain about the central. Sir, let us discuss about central region. To my manager, I'll say like this. So let us discuss first about the central region. In the central region, the segment which is making more amount of revenue means consumer segment, and category wise almost all that categories are same. There is no difference in the categories. But coming to the states, Texas is doing very good, but these states are not performing good. So they are going to focus on these states. Wherever these states are not performing good now, so they are going to identify, okay, these states how to perform, improve the business. Particularly how to improve the business. Now, next, let us discuss now about the eastern region. And within the eastern region, technology is making good amount of revenue, and consumer segment, within the consumer segment, and that too technology. And but here the problem is in terms of the New York is making very high amount, remaining states are not having that much of things. Now when my manager observes this one, hey, Western Virginia is not having that much of revenue, 0.00 millions you have missed, almost negligible. So when they're having no revenue in that particular area, what they are going to do means either they'll shut down their office. Why means? Because revenue is not there means, but expenditure will be there now. In that state, office should be there, salary should be given. Now they'll ask the, okay, here revenue wise very less revenue is there. What about the profit? In that area, for example, total 10,000 rupees only less. You have done the total amount of sales is 10,000. But in the sales, total amount only 10,000. But expenditure is only 3,000. Then profit will be 7,000. Means out of 10,000, means in your total revenue, 70% is going for the profit. Now, for example, there is some Reliance petrol bunk. Okay, Reliance petrol bunk in Hyderabad. Let's take an example like this. Now that particular Reliance petrol bunk, they are going to do like a similar kind how we are having the Indian oil petrol bunk and Bharat Petroleum, everything. So we are having the Reliance. Now Reliance petrol bunk, they have observed that in this particular area, we are making a profit amount of 10,000 rupees per month. But salaries and expenditure, rent and everything, we are paying 50,000. Means what is the net loss? 40,000 is the loss. Now you have observed this one. After observing as a manager, what you are going to do? How to improve the sales you are going to think. Okay, maybe in that area all the multiple petrol bunks are available or something, and these petrol bunks are tie up with the any particular credit card companies, HDFC with Indian Oil Card, and Kotak Bank with BPCL or SBI with another thing, something. Now with the Reliance, none of the card was connected or something. Now what they are going to do? Okay, in this area, this is not there now. Let us tie up with the banks and let us give some kind of additional offer. That is one way to improve the business. Second, they have observed first 1 month, second month, third month, fourth month. Consistently, they are making the loss. Every month it is loss only. The petrol bunk is making loss. What they are going to do? They are going to shut down. They are going to close. Right? How you are going to decide means based on the observation. First, you are going to take the report. In this report, you are going to observe, okay, New York is making very good amount of revenue, but some other states are making the less revenue. For that particular states, what is the expenditure also we require? And what is the profit we have made from that one also we require? Whether it is a profit or whether it is a loss also we require. If it is profit means okay, if it is loss means they are going to take some kind of action from that. Is the point is clear? Now like this you are going to select the region, and when you get the region automatically you are going to have like this. Is the points are clear guys, everyone? Now category wise, first segment, what is a segment means consumer. Within the consumer, technology is there, furniture is there, office supplies is there, but subcategory wise I want. This is category, subcategory I want. For getting the subcategory, what I'm going to use? In this instead of state, what are the state is there? State. And here in the x-axis, instead of selecting the state, I'm going to select the subcategory. Okay. How to rename this one? I'm going to rename this one. This is subcategory wise. Subcategory wise total revenue. This is category. So within the category of furniture, in that furniture, again you are having the subcategories like this. Okay. Now I want to see in these subcategories which are related to furniture. Which are related to furniture, guys. Or let me show you like this. 1 minute. Okay. Can you see clearly? In the southern region, technology, office supplies, furniture. Technology is making high revenue. Within the technology, which product? Which category? Only technology I want to select. How to select the technology means click on the technology, automatically everything will be modified. If you click on that, only technology will be modified. Technology total revenue, technology of this one, technology from this, technology from this, technology from this. Everything will be. So it is a interactive dashboard. Interactive dashboard means connection between the plots. Okay. Now within the office supplies, these are the office supplies and this is furniture. So now within the technology, which one is making more revenue means phones, machines, followed by accessories, followed by accessories, followed by copiers. Right? So like this we are going to have within the technology in the southern region, in that again technology, in that this one. Is the points are clear guys? Now Sir, shipment mode. What are the shipment mode is there na? This shipment mode is not that much of important because in all of the cases, standard class only is having the more. So let's remove the shipment mode. There is no that much of importance with the shipment mode. So majorly I'm going to focus on the which category, within that which subcategory, segment, category, and followed by state. Right? Which points are more important for me? That one only I'm going to focus. Remaining things I'm not going to focus. I'll adjust my plots in that way and I will keep the presentation and finally I will present myself. So while presenting, how I will explain means, see here, without selecting the southern region or without selecting this one, I will say like this. This is my overall revenue. In that overall revenue, southern region. What are the southern region is there? Southern region consumer is making this much of revenue, corporate and home office. So within the consumers, which products, which categories and which subcategories. Now I'm going to select the technology. In the technology, phones. So in the southern region, which is having the more demand means phones are having the more demand. Phones and machines are having the more demand within the southern region. Now come to the western region. In the western region, technology and furniture also having the same priority, right? Chairs are having the more. In every region, every product may not be successful. Is the point is clear? Understood? So there is a small intimation to the students that Naresh IT team, there is some Naresh IT team here and they want to interact with you and to collect the feedback from you. So just wait for 2 minutes. Okay, just 2 minutes.
Yeah, good evening all. Just you can please open the Google Classroom. This is regarding the feedback. Just open that link. You will find some questionnaires will be mentioned in that. So try to give your mail ID. It's very important. You honest student, just response in the chat box. So whatever the feedback you are giving is very important for the management as well as for the faculty. So make sure everyone share your feedback. Thank you, Saitaja. So this link will be disabled after 10 minutes. Make sure everyone just share your feedback. Huh? If you want to give some suggestions, you can give some 2-3 lines how to improve the sessions. Anything has to be done, any changes. Yeah. Shivaramakrishna. No? Thank you, Abhishek, Bindu Naidu, Sweetie, Dhawale, Sai Teja. Thank you, Mr. Reddy. So make sure everyone share your feedback. Yeah, thank you, Sapna. Your online students, just make it fast so they can resume your classes back. Thank you, Prakash. So keep going, just you can share the feedback. Thank you, Sri Varshini. Thank you, Harita. So anyone who have not shared the feedback, just you can share the feedback, okay? So thank you one and all for your valuable feedback. Thank you very much. So this link will disable after 10 minutes.
Yeah. Okay, guys. So let's start. Okay, guys. Let's continue from here. So in the previously we are discussing here how to create the plots like column chart and followed by cards and slices. This importance we have seen. Now let us discuss each and every type of plot here. First starts with this one, stacked bar. What is meant by stacked bar means stacked means attached. What is meant by bar means horizontal. Horizontal bar plots we call it as bar here. What is meant by stacked column is vertical bar. Horizontal bar, vertical bar. So in the horizontal bar, I'm going to take here the value like this. Okay, on the first vertical, let's take vertical. In the vertical, I'm going to take on x-axis. What is on x-axis I'm going to consider means category, some category, and along with the says. So this is my stacked. Stacked means what? Attached now. It is not attached, right? So here I'm going to take in terms of segment, within the segment. So in the segment categories or in this categories segment. So let me go with the first segment. Let me choose a segment on x-axis and I'm choosing the category in each segment category wise. So this is I'm going to get like this. Now here you are going to do the formatting. What is the formatting you are going to do means starting with the x-axis, followed by y-axis, followed by the title. Three things you have to do. Okay, all this is fixed. Formatting is always fixed. First one is x-axis, followed by y-axis, followed by in terms of data labels. So I'm adding the data labels on. So in the data labels, you are going to see the only the revenue. And if you want the categories also you want to see here itself, like light blue is furniture, dark blue is office and technology. If you want to see here itself means legend, or if you want to see inside that one means here you are going to write the what are the values are there na? Within the values we are going to choose. Okay, within the values we are going to choose the like this. What are the data labels, and within the data labels I'm going to select all the data labels. Data labels on. Just a minute. Here I'm choosing the data labels. For data labels I have to go to this. And what are the data labels are there? And I'm going to choose the titles. You want title means title, value means value. So what are the values there? I'm choosing the value. So value you can see like this. And if you want to add the title also, title along with the value. So if you want to keep the title along with the value means legend should be off. Now tell me guys, this is looking good or with legend and value is looking good? Which one is looking good for you? Choose that one, and the second one not required. For example, I want the legend. For me, legend is looking good. Here, technology, 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 three times technology is repeating. It is not looking good for me. So then what I'm going to do means in the data label, I don't want the title. Okay, just I want to see the value only here. Okay, I'm seeing the only the value. And similarly, I don't require the grid lines. So for removing the grid lines, I'm choosing here how to choose the grid lines. Grid lines comes under which one? What are the two this visual y-axis? In the y-axis I'm going to remove the values. So values I don't require, so I'm removing. Okay, values I don't require, so I have removed the y-axis value. And even the sum of the says, do you require y title? Y title also I don't require. Because why I don't require y title? Because here I'm going to take the says total revenue with respect to segment and category wise. So obviously here whatever I have said that one only will be shown in the total revenue, right? That is sum of the sales. Okay. Now this is called as stacked column chart. Now I want the stacked bar chart. Copy and paste. Okay. This is column chart. How to convert a column chart to bar chart means just click on this. It will be converted. Now tell me, out of these two, which one is looking good for you? According to you, if you want to do the presentation, you are going to keep this one in your presentation or this one in your presentation. Out of these two, which one is looking for you good means select that one and remove the second one. So for me, I think this is looking good when compared to this means select that. That is your choice. Which are the choice you are feeling? Your presentation, na? So your choice. So this is what is the difference between this one versus this one means this is called as column chart and this is called as bar chart. Stacked column, stacked bar. Okay, everyone is clear? Yes, it's always depends on the presentation and along with the space, both. Okay, because at the end you have to explain like this, right? If I keep the bar like this at the end of the presentation, you have to keep the cursor and you have to explain. When you are trying to explain, others has to get impressed with your presentation. So they have to get impressed means which are you are feeling easy and you want to show the detailed comparison you want to show like this or like this, that is your choice. Is the point is clear? Within the consumer, furniture is making more amount of revenue, and within the corporate also furniture is making, in home office also furniture only is making more amount of revenue means I'll highlight this one. Okay, when compared to technology, so for example technology is making more revenue or furniture is making more revenue means technology is making more revenue. Where in the consumer technology, in the corporate, within the corporate which is having high, again technology. Within the home office, which one is high? Technology. So I want to show within all these things technology is making the more amount of profit. Now as of now you have observed, right, this one. Now I'll show you next one, same example. See, in the visualization I'm selecting the unstacked. Now stacked is making more sense for you or unstacked is making more sense for you? Easy way to present. Now here when I'm going with the stacked 0.41, this is 0.39. When compared to this one, technology is making more profit. But while explaining than this, I want to do the comparison with this is more easy. So in the consumer, technology is having the highest, in the corporate also technology highest, in the home office also technology is highest. That one is better or this one is better means from my perspective this is better for this comparison purpose. Point is clear? Sir, means I have to try all the plots means see how much time it will take to try all the plots. First you have to click on this, followed by this, followed by this, followed by this. How much time it will take to decide which plot is best for you? How much time it will take maximum? Point is clear? Same thing only na. Finally you are going to say, what you are going to say means revenue with respect to category and segment wise. Revenue category and segment wise. Answer is same. Just here first option starting with this option, followed by this option, followed by this option, followed by this option. Out of all the four options, which option is good looking good means for me I want to add the point while presenting. I know na in the future what I want to present. What I want to present means what I will write in the notes, my observation. What I will write in the notes is in the consumer, technology is making more amount of revenue. I want to highlight this point. Now for this one, this is going to be helpful for me. Point is clear? Which one will be more miss? This one. Now for example, I want to highlight the overall consumer is highest. Then which one is best? According to my point. What point I have written in my observation, Based on that, I'll select the plot because my points only I'm going to present, right? If I want to highlight the consumer is the highest one out of all of them, within the consumer also technology, and technology is making with all of them technology is the highest means, I'll explain like this. No, I want to show highlighting with respect to this one. Now instead of consumer, here I want to focus individually. Then I'm going to select this one. Is the point is clear? Everyone understood? Accordingly to your point and which of the plot is making more sense for your point, that one you choose and remaining you delete. And out of these four, how much time it will take means just clicking on that. Same plot you click on that. You are not going to create a new one now. Points are clear? Next, coming to the next one is called as 100% stacked. This point is important. What is the difference between the stacked column? Observe here. This is stacked column. Same stacked column, I am copying one more time. Copy and paste. Stacked column. What are the stacked column is there? Copy and paste. In the stacked column, so just let me add the border. What are the borders are there? Let's add the border. And for this one also I'm adding the border same way. Okay. Now I'm having both of them side by side. Okay. Now point is in the consumer 0.39 million with respect to furniture, 0.36 and 0.41. Now I want the percentage wise, value wise you are saying. What is the total value? 0.39 plus 0.36 plus 0.41. What is the total? In that total, what is the consumer percentage? How to check that one? I'm just opening the calculator. In the calculator, I'm going to write here. First one is 0.39. First, let me check the total. 0.39 plus 0.36 plus 0.41. This is the total, which is 1.16 million. Consumer is overall making 1.16. First point. In that, I want in terms of furniture. In that furniture. Okay. Sir, are we doing manually like this? No. If you want, I'll keep that one also as one of the plot. Just give me a minute. Let me keep this one side. This one also, let me keep one more side. And let me add one more plot like this. Control C, Control V. Okay. Now, in this first plot, first let me remove the category. 1.16 consumer. Can you see? Consumer 1.16. So data labels are not visible properly means just I'm adding the data labels. I'm increasing the size of the value. Can you see now value clearly? Okay. What is the value of consumer means 1.16. In that 1.16, what are the you are having? Within the 1.16, how much is consumer furniture means 0.39. In that office sales is 0.36. In that technology is 0.41. Okay. Total 1.16 was divided into three parts. Now, next question is, what is the percentage? Now, what is the percentage of furniture, guys? Within the 1.16, what is the percentage? How to calculate the percentage? So, 0.36 divided by 1.16. What is the percentage? Means 31%. Okay, 31%. What about this one? Similarly, 0.36 divided by 1.16. What is the percentage? 31%. So like this, I'm having in terms of for each of them percentage, that percentage you are going to get here like this. See, the percentage you are going to get same way by using this one. Just a minute. This is 100% stacked column. It is going to give the percentage wise. Some of the sales only now. I'm looking for some of the sales. Yeah, as one of the student is saying that can't we go with the pie chart whenever you want to represent percentage? Can't we use the pie chart? Why you are using this one means here we are having in terms of stacked column. Stacked means overall 100%. Every bar will be on the same height. Height of the bar will be the same because 100%, 100%, 100%. In that again it will be divided. Okay, 1 minute. So what are the stack 100% stacked column chart? 100% means overall 100 percentage. In that percentage, first I'm going to choose the segment. What are the segment is that segment? And I'm going to take the sales. What are the sum of the sales is there? Sales. Here I'm getting the in terms of value wise, but I don't want value wise. I want percentage wise. Just give me a minute. Why it is not choosing in terms of value? Some of the says correct only now. Okay, done. Now I'm adding the data labels. Can you see now? This is the percentage. How this percentage was calculated? Means like this. Just before I have shown you, right? That is nothing but here 0.39 divided by 0.39 divided by 1.16. What is the percentage? Means 33.62. Okay, and each of them total is 100. In the 100, which one is having the more weightage, which is having the less weightage? Here three things you are observing. This is what is the difference? This is stacked column. What is this is called as 100% stacked column. What is meant by 100% stacked column? 100% stacked column is within the overall data, I'm going to get the percentage of each of them. Even 0.25, 0.23, 0.23, that is overall 0.71. In the 0.71, how much is the 0.23 means 32.43. One more time, how I have got? Just I'm choosing here. First one is called as stacked, 100% stacked. 100% means percentage wise. Okay. What is the difference between the normal stacked versus 100% stacked? This is, can you see here? What is the heading? Stacked column chart. What is the heading? 100% stacked column chart. Other than 100%, remaining everything is same. This one, it will show the value wise. It will show percentage wise. That is the difference. Value wise and percentage wise. Now, how to get this one means, first you are going to select this one. Here I have selected the segment on the x-axis, sales on the y-axis, and legend as what are the category is there? Category on the legend. Now, after selecting this one, here I am selecting the data labels on. Just it is showing the values like this. Is the point is clear? Everyone? So this is the difference. See, overall says within the category wise and within the percentage wise. Now it shows that clearly technology, in the first one technology is having the more weightage, in the second one also corporate technology, in the third one also technology, and when compared to in the home office, okay, within the home office you are having the office supplies as comparatively low, right? Now you want to focus on the category wise, you want to focus state wise, you want to focus region wise, that you have to decide. First think the question, sir, my requirement is in the region, eastern region is there, sir. I'm eastern region manager. In my region, which one is having the more sales and which is giving the more profit within the eastern? I don't want remaining things. I want only eastern. So for that, what I'm going to choose here means first my sales as a card. I'm going to keep the card and I'm going to keep the sales in this. This is overall. And here I'm going to keep one slicer called as region. And in the region, I'm going to keep the region. And in this region, I'm going to keep the east. Completed. First requirement, sum of the sales revenue. I want to see the revenue category wise, segment wise. So for that, what I'm going to do, I'm going to take the, okay, additionally one plot like this, and I want to select the plot, whatever of the plot is there. I'm going to choose the segment, and within the segment category as the legend and the sales on the y-axis. And this everything is only for the eastern region. It will not focus on the any other region. It is only focusing on the eastern region, and I want to see in the eastern region their percentage also. What are the percentages there? I want to see the percentage. Instead of this one, I'm going to select here percentage wise. Automatically, I'm going to get the percentage within the eastern region. Okay, my requirement is only from the eastern region. Just I'm adding the slicer for that. And next, I want to see the subcategory wise, and I want to see with the within the eastern region which state is making more, and that state particularly which product is making more. Like that, you can add as per your think. Just you have to think the question. According to that, you are going to make the plots. And in that plot, which are the important observation and you want to show to the others, you are going to add in the dashboard. Otherwise, no need to add. And everything cannot be completed even in the single. You can add the multiple like this. Multiple pages also can be chosen. You can add the multiple pages also, guys. And in the multiple pages, you can add the different types of visualizations. And you can explain. And while explaining, your presentation is more important. For example, I am presenting this one. Sir, I want to present for you the eastern region details. Within the eastern region, here we have observed that consumer segment is having the more demand, and within the consumer, technology is having the category as more demand, and which is contributing almost 38% of the revenue. I will present like this. Okay, for example, this one only. Finally, I want to do the presentation only for this. How I am going to present, guys? This same thing I want to present to my client. Okay, what are the in front of you is there? That one only I want to present. How I am going to present means, first I'll start with like this. Let's focus on the eastern region. Point number one. In the eastern region, I got the total revenue of $678,000. Okay, this is the one. In out of $678,000, it is making a revenue from the consumer more amount. More amount I am getting from the consumer. And within the consumer, I am getting the category called as technology with the more revenue. And we are weak in the home office. Within the home office segment, we are weak, and consumer segment, we are strong within the eastern region. Now, my manager is going to focus on what? Home office area. How to improve the sales in the home office. And what products comes under home office, he'll start observing, and is there any possibility to give additional discount or something to improve the sales. Points are clear, everyone? So what are the observations you are making? That one only you are going to present. So in today's class, you have understood in terms of uh, all these 6 plots, that is stacked bar, stacked column, clustered bar. Clustered means unstacked. Unstacked column, similarly 100%. Okay, it is going to give the percentage wise. Now in the next class, we are going to cover the at least 10 plots. Tomorrow we'll try to cover minimum 6 to 10 plots in between. Okay, done. If you are having any questions, you can ask. What are the questions you are having? What are the questions you are having? Please ask. If no questions, you can leave. Yes. Visual filters, we are going to discuss. Each of them we are going to discuss furtherly, one by one. Yes, common thing. Renuka, in every chat, formatting is going to be common. In almost every chat, formatting will be the same. Right? Done.